CBS 47 Fox 30 Action News Jax starts right now.
We can now add January 6th, 2021 to that very short list of dates in American history that will live forever in infamy.
The police are now running back into the Capitol building.
The United States Senate will not be intimidated. We will not be kept out of this chamber by thugs, mobs, or threats.
At their best, the words of a president can inspire. At their worst, it can incite.
You have to go home now. We have to have peace.
All individuals must leave the U.S. room or be subject to arrest.
Those images, hard to believe, that happened on Wednesday in the United States of America. Right now, we're waking up to the aftermath of an attack we haven't seen in our lifetime. Welcome, everyone, to Action News Jax this morning. I'm Phil Amano.
Good morning to you. I'm Dawn Lopez. Overnight, President-elect Joe Biden's results were certified, and President Donald Trump said that there would be an orderly transfer of power. Here's the very latest when it comes to chaos at the Capitol. Here's the damage that was left behind following the riot there at the U.S. Capitol. You can see debris, paper all over the floor of an office here, and shattered glass, broken furniture in the halls of the U.S. Capitol. Right now, 14 officers are hurt from the riot, and what you're seeing are new pictures of officers responding to the U.S. Capitol yesterday. And the mayor of D.C. says that she is extending a public emergency order for the area for the next 15 days, which will cover it throughout the inauguration. This leads our team coverage right now this morning, which includes if Donald Trump could leave the White House as president earlier than expected.
But first, we have weather and traffic for you every 10 minutes. We start with Action News Jax First Alert meteorologist Garrett Beeden. Take a live look at Capitol Hill. Quiet now before the sun comes up, but a string of people in the Trump administration has resigned following the violence and rioting there from Wednesday. Overnight, House Deputy National Security Advisor Matt Pottinger stepped down. That includes Stephanie Grisham, First Lady Melania Trump's chief of staff, and a former press secretary to the president. Also, Press Secretary Sarah Matthews and Anna Christina Ricky Nacita, White House Social Secretary, also resigned. Others who are reportedly considering following suit include National Security Advisor Robert O'Brien and Deputy Chief of Staff Chris Liddell. Right now, some cabinet members are holding talks about possibly invoking the 25th Amendment. Action News Jax' Alicia Tarancon joins us live this morning. And Alicia, it would force President Trump's removal from office.
5:38. In the middle of the chaos at the Capitol, the Associated Press called the Georgia Senate runoff races. In the next half hour, the important results, the numbers as they came in that you may have missed during the unrest.
The people that I blame for this are the people that stormed the Capitol of the United States. That's who I blame. And I hope that they'll all be held accountable.
You're one of the lawmakers who objected to the certification.
And Action News Jax presses our local lawmakers for answers about if their actions spurred the riot.
Live at 4, Fox 30 Action News Jax starts right now.
Tonight, we're hearing from the family of a local girl who is the youngest victim to die from COVID-19 in Florida. I'm John Bachman.
I'm Tanika Hughes. Here's the very latest on COVID-19. Columbia County seeing a record in new daily cases since the start of the pandemic. Today, the county reported more than 400 new cases. And what you're seeing right now is a rise in the cases since the beginning of July. Columbia County also reporting 3 new deaths. Duval County reported 9. St. Johns, Bradford, and Putnam counties also reported a death. And tonight is a reminder those death numbers are more than just numbers. They're people. The family of this 9-year-old, Kimora Lynham, they say she was so outgoing.
She was incredible, remarkable, always happy, always just cheerful, and she could cheer other people.
And tonight, her family wants to use her story to save others. This leads to our team coverage, which includes the suggestion that the CDC has to keep kids safe from COVID-19 when schools reopen. But first, we're going to start with Action News Jack's Christy Turner. She's live in Putnam County. And Christy, Little Comores family, they are urging people to please take the virus seriously.
In Putnam County, Christy Turner, Fox 30 Action News Jax.
And our hearts go out to Kimmy's family. Action News Jax, Megan Moriarty continues our team coverage. She's at Jacksonville Beach Elementary. And Megan, the CDC recommends that school administrators consider keeping children in pods to reduce the spread of the virus when schools reopen.
Megan Moriarty, Fox 30 Action News Jax.
The first day for Duval County Public Schools is now August 20th. The school board voted last night 5-2 to approve the district's plan to push the start date back. In St. Johns County, the school board voted to push the start of the year back to August 31st, 3 weeks later than originally planned. That means the last day of school will be June 15th. And in Clay County, students will be back in class August 11th. The school board purchased tools designed to sanitize entire classrooms. Students and staff will be required to stay home for 14 days if they do get sick. Here's a county-by-county breakdown of the ever-changing back-to-school dates across the area. You can find information on your child's county right now on actionnewsjax.com.
And now we're looking at the number of coronavirus cases since the start of the pandemic in our area. And you can see right now that Duval County reported an increase of more than 400 cases, putting us at nearly 19,000 cases. And so far, 280 people have died from COVID-19 in Northeast Florida and Southeast Georgia. We just told you about a 9-year-old victim. Action News Jax has continuing coverage on COVID. In just a few minutes, what was found inside some hand sanitizers that has them being recalled, and how an ice cream truck is helping people to stay healthy and socially distanced fun with the jumbo shrimp.
Right now, harsh waves are crashing parts of Texas's beaches as Tropical Storm Hannah moves toward the state. On the right, the track for the tropical storm that's expected to hit Texas's coastline tomorrow. Meanwhile, 2 other disturbances moving through the Atlantic. And Action News Jax First Alert Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish is tracking Tropical Storm Gonzalo that's followed by yet another disturbance. Mike? Emergency crews are getting ready to face natural disasters like hurricanes this year in the midst of the coronavirus pandemic. States and local governments across the country are facing budget shortfalls from the impact of this crisis. So lawmakers say it's likely they will be relying more than ever on the Federal Emergency Management Agency, known as FEMA, to help during major weather events.
Does FEMA got this? Do you have America's back as we go into these challenges over the next few months?
We're ready every day. There's no doubt that COVID-19 makes this more complicated.
FEMA says COVID-19 testing in evacuation shelters for things like hurricanes and wildfires will largely be handled at the state and local levels, but FEMA is prepared to help when there are shortfalls. You can learn how to prepare for hurricanes and track the disturbances at home on the First Alert Weather app. It is free in the App Store. Search Action News Jax.
A live look now at VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena, where the Republican National Convention will no longer be held. The decision comes nearly 2 months after the president tweeted about moving the convention, or parts of it, out of Charlotte. City leaders in Charlotte say they learned about the changes to the RNC the same time everyone else did.
That is probably the person who is most in touch and in tune with the RNC and the administration and all the players in this deal on a daily basis. I was floored.
Ahead at 5, how vendors are pushing forward following the cancellation of the RNC events in Jacksonville. And we've been asking, do you agree with canceling the RNC in Jax? Yes or no? 76% of you right now say yes. 24% of you say no. Let's keep the discussion going. Weigh in at actionnewsjax.com/vote.
Dozens of community activists are demanding that Confederate statues be taken down across Jacksonville. Action News Jax Alicia Tarancon explains that the activists were originally planning to protest against the RNC coming to Jacksonville.
Action News Jax Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish turning up the heat for your weekend. There'll also at least at times be storms. I'll time that out for you. And of course, the busy tropics in your First Alert forecast in a few minutes.
Coming up on CBS 47 Fox 30 Action News Jax at 5, helping teens get past trauma. The new center that's in the work to help girls in Clay County.
Plus, you'll soon receive a knock on the door if you haven't taken the census, the precautions the census takers are taking when they visit homes.
And the least favorite part of a cruise vacation is being replaced. The new program on a cruise line that's taking the place of that safety drill.